Hiya friends, Dylan McManus with Henry Cowell Redwoods State Park here. Working at a Redwood State Park, it goes without saying that I am absolutely enchanted by flora, in particular, trees. However, I am just slightly more enchanted by fauna, animals, which is why we're launching a new video segment called Wild Henry Cowell Redwoods. Not only is this park a fantastic place to marvel trees, it is also a sanctuary for some truly spectacular animals. In each episode of Wild Henry Cowell Redwoods, I will highlight one animal that calls this park home. Now these critters are able to survive and prosper here because this land has been preserved and set aside for protection for many, many years. And so we really ought to extend our deepest gratitude to the very first people who preserved and protected this land, the Scient. Long before Henry Cowell Redwoods was designated as a park, these lands and this forest was home to an ancestral Native American tribe known as the Scient, or the Zayante. This was just one of the many tribes that are collectively known as the Ohlone language family of the Santa Cruz Mountains, and they are still living here today. On behalf of the entire park and all the critters to be featured on Wild Henry Cowell Redwoods, I would like to acknowledge and extend a warm appreciation and thank you to the very first stewards of this land, our Native American partners. Now, this tree behind me really stands as a testament to the fact that there's so much more to discover here at Henry Cowell Redwoods State Park than just the redwood trees. At its base, we find splashes of white that look a little bit like paint. And we also find these dark-colored nuggets, or pellets, scattered on the forest floor surrounding the tree. Both of these items are evidence of an animal, the barn owl. The white splashes on the left side of the tree are mutually known as whitewash. These are the droppings or poop from the barn owl. The pellets are the indigestible parts of the owl's meal that it has regurgitated. This is very similar to a hairball that our pet cat might cough up and produce. Now this demonstrates to us that there is a barn owl, perhaps two barn owls, roosting in this redwood tree. And this is just one example of a remarkable animal that calls Henry Cowell Redwoods State Park home. I am hoping that you will join each episode of Wild Henry Cowell Redwoods to learn a little bit more about these exquisite critters. You're watching Wild Henry Cowell Redwoods. Hey everyone, I just stumbled upon something really cool. There's a green heron in the middle of the reeds over yonder. Now these reeds are a species of rush, and they provide the perfect amount of protection and seclusion for a solitary bird like the green heron. Let's get a little bit closer and see if we can have ourselves a better look. Green herons belong to a family of birds by the name Ardeidae, which includes herons, egrets, and bitterns. Now this family of birds is characterized by a long, accentuated bill, slender legs, an extended, slim neck, and wading behavior. That is, slow, methodical movement through shallow water in search of food. Even though it is only 10 o'clock, this heron seems to be taking a siesta because it is nestled deep in the middle of the reeds. It is incredibly difficult to spot right now and has yet to stir this morning. If we wait patiently, however, we just might be rewarded with an opportunity to observe the green heron emerge from the safety of the reeds and catch a late morning meal. You can see the green heron start to stretch its legs and preen its feathers or clean itself. So I'm willing to bet that this heron will make an appearance for us very soon. A truly spectacular trait of the green heron is the orientation of its eyes. They face slightly forward and slightly downward. This allows the heron to carefully scan beneath the water's surface without needing to move its head and possibly startle away its next meal. Perhaps the most astonishing characteristic, however, is the neck structure. The green heron, though, is very talented at keeping this a secret. Only when striking for prey or when keeping an eye out for predators from above does this bird reveal the true character of its neck. Heron necks are remarkable in that they have an extra vertebra or bone that is exceptionally long. Now, this extended bone allows these birds to strike for food in the blink of an eye. We can understand this better if we think about the way that we, people, might throw an object, like a ball or a rock. If I were to throw this rock, I might be able to toss it 10 to 15 feet. However, if I extend my arm to here, I will be able to throw this stone much further with more power and velocity. In this example, my arm is very similar to the specialized neck structure of herons. My bicep is just like the elongated neck vertebra that we are talking about. The longer the vertebra or bone, the more power and velocity. That's pretty darn cool. It is also documented that these birds occasionally use items like grasses and feathers to lure prey like fish, although I have not witnessed this personally. But that is not to say that it doesn't in fact happen. The green heron is, without a doubt, one attractive and mesmerizing bird. I sure hope that your curiosities and passion are now exploding. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next episode of Wild Henry Cowell Redwoods.